Have you ever experienced a quiet, lingering sensation that you possess vast, untapped reservoirs of energy, yet something invisible stands in the way of your ability to manifest true achievement? Have you found yourself wondering why certain individuals seem to navigate through difficulties and soar to the heights of success, while you remain anchored in the same position, despite your best intentions? This exploration is not merely a recounting of concepts or a summary of ideas. Rather, it is designed to be a profound journey into the depths of your own psyche. We intend to reach into the very soil of your character, to locate the deep-seated roots of procrastination, doubt, and the paralyzing fear of failure. Our goal is to uproot these weeds completely and in their place, cultivate a robust and enduring habit of achievement. Stay with this journey until the very end, for this shift in perspective may well be the transformation you have been quietly waiting for, perhaps for many years. Let us begin by dismantling the illusions that surround us. The first realization we must embrace is that nothing is quite as it appears to be. We must break free from the prison of assigned meanings. We begin with a revolutionary thought, a concept that has the power to alter the trajectory of a life. Nothing in this world has any inherent meaning other than the meaning you choose to grant it. In this simple sentence lies the vast ocean of difference between the person who looks at a crisis and sees a graveyard of hope, and the person who looks at the same crisis and sees an opportunity for rebirth. It is essential to understand that we do not interact with raw facts or objective realities. Instead, we interact with our perceptions of them, the limitations we feel, those heavy chains that seem to bind our potential, are almost entirely mental constructs. They are born from our own erroneous interpretations of events. Consider a young child learning to walk. When that child stumbles and falls, they do not lie on the ground and think to themselves that they are a failure. They do not decide that walking is not for them. They simply stand up, unsteady but determined, and try again. Yet, as we age, we begin to attach heavy, negative meanings to every incomplete attempt. We lose that innate freedom to simply try. We are invited here to re-examine the lens through which we view the world. In every situation you encounter today or tomorrow, pause and ask yourself a critical question. Is what I am feeling an objective truth, or is it merely a meaning I have painted onto the canvas of this moment? Once we understand that we are the architects of meaning, we must confront the nature of our justifications. We move now to the subject of reasons, which are often nothing more than persuasive illusions. You must take full radical ownership of your existence. Have you ever heard yourself say that you did not achieve a dream because of your circumstances? Have you whispered that if only your life had been easier, or your resources more plentiful, you would have done great things? If so, you are walking the path of excuses. We must come to see that the vast majority of reasons we offer to explain our inaction are merely well-crafted excuses. They may sound logical, they may garner sympathy, but they are empty. The uncomfortable truth behind failure is usually that we simply did not want to acknowledge that we did not try hard enough, or that our commitment wavered when the road became steep. When you cease the habit of casting blame on external factors and begin to shoulder the full weight of your decisions, the path of your life shifts instantly. Life is not managed by excuses. It is managed by action and will. True power begins the moment you drop the reason and pick up the responsibility. This leads us to a fundamental shift in how we approach action itself. Do not merely try. You must do. We must break the cycle of suspended intention. How often do we say that we will try to start tomorrow, or that we will try to be more disciplined? Understanding that the very concept of trying is not a true action is vital. It is often just a mask for hesitation. Intention alone, no matter how noble, does not create change. When you say you will try, you are subliminally granting yourself an exit strategy, a permission slip to fail. However, when you say you will do, you are binding yourself psychologically to the result. We are urged to live as though the word try does not exist in our vocabulary. You either do the thing, or you do not. There is no gray zone in the realm of achievement. Once we are committed to action, we must look at how we frame our challenges. If you change your angle of view, the solution often changes with it. Have You ever pause to consider that the problem you are struggling to solve might not be the real problem at all? In the world of design and innovation, the goal is not always to find immediate answers, but to redefine the questions. Why is this so? Because the right question is the key that unlocks the door to the right solution. For example, instead of asking yourself why you do not have enough time, ask yourself why you allow others or trivialities to control the time you possess. With this simple shift in phrasing, you step out of the role of the victim and into the role of the captain. You become a creator of solutions rather than a seeker of excuses. This power of framing is deeply connected to the power of language itself. Change your words, and you will change your reality. The language we use is not merely a tool for communication. It is a mirror reflecting our mode of thinking. If you say you cannot, you have effectively slammed the door shut in the face of your subconscious mind. You have given it a command to stop searching. But if you ask how you can, you throw open a window to creativity and possibility. We must be vigilant against words that destroy achievement, words like but or impossible or I don't think so. We are invited to replace them with words of agency, words that propel us into motion, such as I will, I can, I am learning, and I am experimenting. Your internal dialogue, the conversation you have with yourself in the silence of your mind, is as critical, if not more so, than any conversation you have with the outside world. Guard your inner words, for they are the bricks with which you build your daily reality. As we build this reality, we must realize that it is not the massive leaps that define us, but the small steps. Your small decisions are, in fact, the architects of your vast future. We often fail to realize in the rush of our daily lives that the tiny choices we deem insignificant are the ones drafting the blueprint of our destiny. We tend to associate change with a dramatic turning point, a cinematic moment where everything shifts. But reality dictates that success does not spring from a single decision. It springs from hundreds of micro decisions made every single day. It is the decision to wake up 10 minutes earlier. It is the decision to review your goals before sleep. It is the decision to refuse to procrastinate on a small task. Consider the student who is failing, believing the only solution is to abandon their field of study. Often, the issue is not a lack of aptitude, but a habit of delay. By making a small shift, such as setting a timer to work for just 20 minutes a day, the entire trajectory changes. The profound message here is that transformation is not the exclusive domain of grand gestures. It is born from discipline at the level of detail. What you do today, however trivial it may seem, is painting the portrait of your life years from now. With this understanding of small steps, let us address the myth of readiness. Do not wait for motivation. You must manufacture it. I do not feel ready today. My mood is not right for work. These are the mantras repeated by those who possess great ambition, but are paralyzed by the need for the right feeling. We must learn a lesson that runs contrary to our instincts. Do not wait for the spark of motivation to ignite your engine. You must start the engine, and the spark will follow. Motivation is not the gateway to action. It is the byproduct of action. Think of the times you felt lethargic and distracted, yet you forced yourself to sit and begin, perhaps just for a few minutes. Suddenly, you found yourself immersed, hours passing without notice. The brain requires physical signals to engage. If you begin to move, even without desire, your focus will shift to match your activity. The body influences the mind, and the mind is influenced by the act of doing. The summary is clear. Never wait to feel like it. Start with a humble step, and the flame of commitment will grow from the friction of your movement. As we move, we must let go of the need for flawlessness. Achievement does not mean perfection. Many of us fall into the trap of perfectionism, delaying our march until we feel 100% prepared. But the pursuit of perfection is often the shortest route to failure, for perfection is a mirage. To achieve does not mean to produce a result that is without blemish. It means to produce a result that exists in the real world. A project that is finished and imperfect is infinitely superior to a perfect idea that exists only in your head. In the world of business and creation, those who launch imperfectly and refine based on feedback always outpace those who polish endlessly in the dark. Continuous action is far more valuable than perfect action. If you wait for the perfect moment, you will be waiting for eternity. Achievement is born from motion, not from hesitation. This motion does not happen in a vacuum. Your environment creates the difference. We must acknowledge the immense power of our surroundings in shaping our habits and our capacity to achieve. Being in an environment that is encouraging, supportive, and inspiring can be the deciding factor between stagnation and growth. Think of your environment as a mental container. If you are submerged in a tank of people who complain constantly or who believe that success is impossible, it is inevitable that these vibrations will seep into your pores. Conversely, when you are surrounded by those who work, who plan, and who achieve, you are influenced by osmosis. You do not need to force yourself. The infection becomes positive. You are advised to curate your surroundings ruthlessly. Distance yourself from those who dampen your spirit and draw closer to those who charge you with energy. Go to places that make you feel alive. A library, a quiet cafe, a shared workspace. Sometimes the change begins not with a shift in the soul, but with a shift in the seat. Once we are in the right place, we must organize our time. Achievement hates randomness. You must be organized. It is impossible to build a habit of achievement within a structure of chaos. We must focus on the sanctity of organization in managing our time and energy. We are not asked to be robotic, but to be clear. You must know what you wish to accomplish in your day and where each task fits into the mosaic of your schedule. Organizing your tasks gives you dominion over your day and reduces the noise of distraction. Instead of waking up and wondering where to begin, you should have a clear map. A simple method is to plan the next day before you sleep, identifying the 3 most critical tasks. In this way, you begin your morning with direction, not reaction. Organization is not a cage. It is the key to liberty. He who does not plan for himself will find himself falling into the plans of others. From organization, we move to the spirit of our actions. Turn intention into a daily habit. Have you ever started a task and finished it simply because you were compelled, without pausing for a second to consider the true reason behind it? We are invited to meditate on the intention of our actions. Intention is not merely a symbolic or emotional concept. It is a practical tool for steering behavior toward achievement. Many people live their lives on autopilot, performing daily chores, making decisions, and executing orders without stopping to ask why. Why am I doing this? What is the higher purpose? Before you begin any task, no matter how small or large, ask yourself what you intend to achieve from this action and whether it serves your deeper intentions in life. When you accustom yourself to asking this question, you liberate yourself from the slavery of purposeless habits. You begin to steer your life with precision. Thus, intention transforms from a fleeting thought into a permanent habit that guides you toward conscious, true achievement. We must also distinguish between our destination and our vehicle. Do not let the goal overshadow the system. We must distinguish between 2 things that are often confused in the minds of the ambitious: the goal and the system. The goal is the point you wish to reach, such as writing a novel or losing weight. The system is what you do on a daily basis to reach that goal. Great results do not come merely from setting large goals. They come from small systems repeated every single day. There are those who dream constantly without acting, waiting for the perfect surge of motivation. But motivation is deceptive and fickle. A system, however, is a habit that can be repeated even on your worst days. You are advised to build simple systems that are easy to implement and sustainable. Instead of saying you will write hundreds of pages, make your system to write for 15 minutes a day, regardless of the circumstances. Over time, the novel will be built not through pressure, but through the accumulation of habit. We return again to the power of the words we speak. The words you use construct your reality. The words that leave our mouths and circulate in our minds do not only express what we feel, they shape who we are. If you say you are a failure at managing time, you are not describing a past experiment. You are manufacturing an identity. This sentence, which seems so ordinary, gradually transforms into a part of your subconscious programming, and then into the reality you live. But what if you change your language? What if you said that you are learning to organize your time? or that you have not mastered the skill yet, but you are evolving. Positive language does not mean lying to oneself. It means expanding your possibilities. We must be cautious in how we describe ourselves, for every description is a seed, and every seed carries the potential to turn into a forest. Stop waiting for inspiration. I will start when I feel excited. I need a great idea first. I am not in the mood. We all repeat these phrases, convincing ourselves that achievement requires a magical moment of lightning from the heavens. But the truth is stark. Inspiration is not the starting gate. It is the reward of the work itself. History is filled with successful individuals who did not wait for the perfect moment. They simply started. They began, and the good feelings arrived later. Just as an athlete feels invigorated after the warm-up, not before. The mental athlete finds flow after the struggle has begun. The central message is to never rely on your feelings as the engine for your work. Start even if you feel bored, afraid, or unprepared. Start, and then watch how motivation blooms from the heart of the action. Finally, in this phase of our understanding, we must redefine the concept of defeat. Failure is a step, not a stigma. In our general culture, failure looks like the end of the road. He who fails is seen as unsuccessful, perhaps even broken in the eyes of others. But we must change this lens entirely. We must redefine failure as a smart diagnostic tool. Failure is simply the universe telling you that the method you used does not work, and that you should try another. It does not say you are a bad person. It says to pivot. We should view failure like a medical test. When one approach fails, we try another. We do not take it personally. We see it as an opportunity to refine our strategy. Failure is not your enemy. It is your mirror. In every instance of failure, you have a choice: to be defeated and withdraw, or to learn and grow. True achievement is not lived by those who never fail, but by those who master the art of rising from the ash of failure, time and time again. Do not make yourself your own primary enemy. In certain moments, you may wake up feeling incapable of doing anything, as if all doors are locked, and you yourself are the greatest obstacle in your path. We must shine a light on the inner critic that resides within us. That faint voice that whispers constantly that you are not good enough, asking what the point of trying is, predicting that you will fail as you have failed before. This critic is not the voice of wisdom. It is the voice of fear. It is our primitive brain seeking only survival, not achievement. Whenever you try to step out of your comfort zone, this voice sounds the alarm. But the solution is not to silence this voice by force, but to understand it and treat it like a frightened child. Imagine it as an old friend who knows nothing but warning and worry. Tell it that you hear it, but you will. Proceed regardless. In this way, you do not run from your fear, but you move through it. Use tools like journaling and positive self-talk. Surround yourself with believers. Do not be the enemy of your own soul. Be the first believer in yourself. Even when your confidence shakes, we have begun to dismantle the inner critic. But the journey is far from over. There's a trap that even the most ambitious fall into: the illusion of being busy versus truly being effective. In part 2, we will expose this trap, learn how to shield your energy from those who drain it, and discover the executive mindset that separates dreamers from achievers. Do not let your transformation stop halfway. The most crucial tools are waiting for you in the next video. Click now to complete what you have started.